we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Colligan, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Gamecocks will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Patterson. He's got great speed. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will go on the attack first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He caught it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive, even when you get in this part of the field when everything...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So South Carolina's offense will take the field for the first time. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Reels it in down the left side. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Pocket breaking down. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
It's a big stride inside the 10. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. This is a designed run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Working that left side now. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. He wants to take the top off. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, the attempt is no good, and it is still a 4-point deficit.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed and a missed opportunity.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Almost a D-lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Looking for a huge play. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Finds his big tight end. At the 45 on his way. Turns it on down the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Might be calling a hot route. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the middle. It falls incomplete and will change into the field to get things started back up. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They just keep firing. Steps away. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone as he's run out of bounds at the 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Gamecocks will try to convert on fourth down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Jacobs. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Trying to get the edge with the jet sweep. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Handoff to the single back. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. And they'll set up with a free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. He wants to throw it. Moving out of the pocket. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They'll try to add another to their lead. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. On the run, it's McGowan. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some...
There he goes! He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Touchdown, Wildcats! He shed tackles right and left and housed it. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse. He lost one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, and second down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs like throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body. And you better look out, college football.
Looking to the big tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
I'll tell you what, after that big gainer on third down, you might think about your quarterback running it again down here. It's hard to throw down close inside the 10-yard line. You've got to have some designed QB runs or give him a run-pass option on the perimeter. See if he can punch it in after that big gain.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. To throw, it's Sellers. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. From the gun, looking for a man. Going for 6. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air on 1st down. Got his man out of the backfield. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wide open downfield. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, South Carolina! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They're working that left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw on 1st down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Pulls it in. It's Brown. That should be the final play of the 1st half. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the 1st half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football.
Oh, they knock him free. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Wildcats. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Georgia Tech went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Yellow Jackets always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to get the edge on the right. Turning it on! Past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Gamecocks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll toss it to the left. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Wants to throw on first down. He makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll line up to go for 2. A designed run for the quarterback. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll leave it with the lone back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. He'll run it again. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it across the 45. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Going to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Got it in the middle. It's long. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking to fire. They go to the wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Wildcats need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Zings it complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that.
Brings him in the open. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. We reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the third. Time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
He's not afraid to go deep. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Running to Green. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Man, that's a good first down for this offense. Get something positive going. Like, listen, the possessions are shrunk now. We're in the fourth quarter. The clock is ticking for us. Down.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. All kinds of room to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Lets it fly. Wide open, he makes the catch. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? UCLA is on top, but it's not like Troy Aikman or Gary Beeben are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 11 over Oregon. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Kentucky going quickly.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Fires to the big fella. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air on 1st down. Puts it out of the air. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. They'll run it from the gun. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pressure coming. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. They'll run this play from the pistol. quarterback making adjustments. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Motion from the back. Snap to the back. He's in open space downfield. Good blocking, good running. Pickup of 6 out to the 30. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll try to do it himself. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, South Carolina. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it, we didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Wants to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manager. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw again. Complete with conviction on the crosser. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down in the 40. Kentucky right back to the line. Back to pass on second down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Fires left. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Jacobs. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the offense sticking to its fourth down beliefs. Just 1 for 4 so far today, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the stomping has commenced. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. The give out of the gun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. There he goes. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. To the air on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's picked off at the goal line. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.